Yo, what's up? I want to talk about attracting younger women because this is something that I must do if I want to have a family, if I want to have babies. You know, I must attract a younger woman. So, what's up with it? Who that is? What's up with the E Rich? What's up with it, baby? You know what I'm saying? The physical gotta be there, guys. Pot bellies ain't gonna do it. Now me, I don't have a pot belly, and my diet is not all that. But you can look at me and you can tell that he works out. He looks fit. But now I just got on this diet, so now I'm really gonna be attracting young females then, man, because I'm about to bring this body fat percentage down low. Okay, right now it's gonna take a couple of weeks before you can notice the difference. But right now I'm on a strict diet. I'm doing it for a gang of reasons. Yeah, I'm doing it for my health. I'm doing it to attract young females. I'm doing it to feel good about myself. As you know, I recently stopped drinking a couple of days ago. And I know that sounds weird, right? I just stopped drinking like a couple of days ago. You're like, hey, man, you're not in the clear yet. Let a month or two pass by. Then you can really say that you quit drinking. Um, I like I said, man, you gotta look the part. You can't be a hippopotamus talking about, yeah, man, I'm gonna attract a young woman, yeah, yeah, yeah. You can't be a big ass hippo talking about, yeah, I'm gonna get me a. No, bro, you gotta work out. Well, if your diet's not on point, still work out anyway. You know what I'm saying? At least I look like I work out. Now, like I said, the body fat percentage is about to come down low, and boobs is really gonna notice me then. Oh yeah, just wait for a couple of weeks. You feel me? wait a couple of weeks. She'll see me. You know, she'll see me out here in these streets. You know, but if you want to have a family and stuff, man, you gotta get the young female. The woman in her 20s, bro. You know what I'm saying? The body game gotta be on point, fellas. I hate to break it to you. Um, the body game gotta be on point. No ifs, ands, buts about it. And your diet's gotta be on point too, because you gotta be at the low percentage body fat, man. And me, Kel, I'm having some hard time. I'm having a hard time getting rid of stubborn fat, like around my chin and around my belly. But that's because I wasn't on a diet. I was drinking on the regular. You know what I'm saying? And I was working out, but the stubborn fat wasn't gonna go away. Unless I get on a strict diet. So now, as you can see, as the weeks go by, and this diet stays, I stay on this diet, you'll see that the double chin is gonna go away. The six pack abs are gonna kick in again. You know what I'm saying? And my just 2 days of like fasting and dieting, I lost a little bit of fat around my stomach and my face. Maybe it's just water weight. You know what I'm saying? But I'm doing it so I can attract a young female to have my children. You feel what I'm saying? You know, And you can't do it if you're overweight, if your body fat percentage is too goddamn high. You feel what I'm saying? We want them young females, man. I don't care what nobody say. I mean, you got to be smoking to be like, yeah, I pick a 45-year-old female over a 25-year-old female. I'd be like, hell no, bro. As long as I'm still attracting young females like this, I'm going to keep on dating young females, bro. Even if they're just average looking. You feel what I'm saying? I'm going to keep on just dating. I'm not going to never date a woman my age, man. You know, some of the guys come around here talking about, man, you should date your own age, bro. Yeah, bro, you should date your own age. I'm like, no, fuck that. I wanna have children. A 45-year-old woman cannot have children like a young female can. She cannot give me 3 children. A 45-year-old female, that's never gonna happen. You know, I'd be lucky to get just one kid from a 45-year-old female, bro. Come on now, let's just get real. So now Kelcat is on this diet. You know, I'm eating a bunch of broccoli. I'm eating a bunch of, brown rice. You know, like tonight I had brown rice, steak, I won't be eating steak all the time, man. That red meat, you gotta really watch it. So I'm gonna be eating red meat like once or twice a week. You know, I had broccoli, of course. You gotta throw the broccoli up in there, man. Next time I'm gonna throw corn. You gotta switch it up sometimes. You know, sometimes I get tired of broccoli and switch it up and have corn. Corn is not as nutritious as broccoli is, but you get tired of it sometimes and you throw in some corn. Just because you get bored of broccoli in the restaurant, man, you know, all they got is broccoli and shit and corn. But young females, man, this is what you need to attract them, bro. They already see you as an old man when you get a certain age, man. A lot of the times, 45-year-old dudes are invisible to like females in their 20s. But sometimes, yeah, sometimes you are the exception to the rule, man. There's always a exception to the rule. I'm not gonna date a 45-year-old guy, and then the guy walk by, he's shredded, he got 6-pack abs, he's at low percentage body fat, and then all of a sudden, all that, damn, I won't date a 45-year-old dude. That shit goes out the window, man. You know what I'm saying? And I know what they're saying, man, out here talking about, yeah, nigga, you almost 50, bro. Yeah, nigga, you almost 50, bro. But I don't look like I'm almost 50, bro. You feel what I'm saying? And watch when I load this body fat percentage, man. They really gonna be checking me out then. You know, I'm not happy with my body fat percentage too, man. That's the reason why I'm dropping the body fat. I'm getting tired of seeing the double chin. I'm getting tired of seeing it's just like that stubborn double chin just won't go away. But now that I'm not drinking, I'm pretty sure it's going to shrink up. And, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a little bit of fat there. But, even though I'm working out and everything, it's still there. And you get tired of it. So I'm like, okay, diet. Stop eating so much goddamn junk food. Get off the McDonald's. Get off the alcohol. And diet, bro. And then you'll look a lot younger and you'll be able to attract a young female into your life, man. That diet and exercise is what's going to attract these young females, man. I don't care what nobody say. That's the recipe for attracting young females. Diet and exercise, bro. I don't know. Some guys got different genetics, man. Some guys are incel, they sub-5. Working out don't work for them, you know? You know. But if you're a guy that's decent looking, at least, like you're a 5 or a 6 in looks, gym maxing will work for you, you know what I'm saying? And to attract these young females. I mean, if you in your 40s like me, you still, you're still attracted to young females, man, in their 20s and shit. You're still attracted to them, man. And do what I gotta do to attract them, man. You know, another thing, man, when you come down to low percentage body fat, man, you do well with young females with no effort. You see, I don't want to have to work so goddamn hard to get a female's attention. I want to be the center of attention in the room. I want her to look at me like, God, he's shredded. He's like, you know what I'm saying? He's buff, he's yoked. He's the only one that stands out. You know what I'm saying? I want to get her attention right away and shit, you know? And it's going to feel good to come down to some low body fat percentage. You feel what I'm saying? It's been a long time since I've been at low percentage body fat. Matter of fact, it's been since the beginning of the pandemic. That was the only time I was at low percentage body fat because there was nothing open, man. The gym was closed. The gyms were closed. The bars were closed. That's the only time I came down to low percentage body fat, man. And I want to see my jawline again. My jaw's been covered for years. You just sometimes you're not used to. You're sick of seeing. You're sick of seeing the results that's not there. You feel what I'm saying? You're sick of seeing the results that's not there. You get sick of seeing extra fat on you and stuff like that, man. And I said, man, if you fucking give up drinking and have a proper diet, you're gonna attract females without any effort, bro. You feel what I'm saying? And right now I'm on a diet. I'm not touching any soda, no pizza, you know what I'm saying? I'm not having pizza every other night. I'm not having any burritos because that's full of calories too. You know what I'm saying? And I'm only gonna do that once a week. Have a burrito once a week, man. Not every night. It makes you just fat, man. The burritos, the pizza, you know what I'm saying? The alcohol is just contributing to the fucking goddamn the fat that's on my body, man, that I don't want to be there, and it's contributing to bad health. That's another thing. Fucking health start to fade after a while when you're drinking so goddamn long. I don't want my health to fade. I don't want to pass away early. I want to live a little bit longer, man. You know what I'm saying? But the body game is what's going to attract these young females, man. Because they can't help it, okay? You an older man, you got your body on point, you're going to attract them. Simple as that, man. Simple as that. I can't wait till this body fat come down some, man, because I want to see little 7 look at me again. I want to see how boobs is going to react to my low body fat percentage. Now, it's going to take time, man. She ain't going to be overnight. Fat, that shit just don't come off like that, man. Shit, it took time to get on there, man. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna take time to get off. You know. But at this point in my life, man, I'm seeking the bag, and I'm working on my health, and in the future, I want to have children. So, in order to attract these young hot tenderonis, the body must be on point. No boozing, no alcoholism, or nothing like that, man. That's kicked to the curb, bro. Because I realized that, man, attracting these women is more important than always boozing all the time, man. And it's standing in the way, man. You know what I'm saying? The booze is standing in the way, and it's helping me lose. Now I'm still attracting young females, even though I got a double chin, and even though the double chin ain't that bad, man. You can still see it. It's still there, but it's genetic. I can't help it. It's getting old, man. It wasn't like that in my 20s, you know. But still, boobs still like me. So I guess the double chin is not the end all be all for your looks. And I looked it up. It said no, double chin is not the end all be all for your looks. I seen women with double chins, and I still would fuck them because they got big old titties and a nice big ass. So it's the same thing with females. They see a guy got a little bit of fat on him and stuff like that, but he look like he yoked. He look like he work out. She's still gonna fuck you, man, because she's attracted to that. She's attracted to that body frame. That body build. You know what I'm saying? You know, she's attracted to the physical. You know, just like boobs. How you think boobs likes me, man? She's attracted to my physical. Even though my body game is not on point like that. You know what I'm saying? But it does look like I work out, though. When you look at me in public, it does look like I work out. People even come up to me when I'm flying the sun. Hey, man, you work out, huh? I was like, yeah, man, I still work out even though I'm homeless. I still work out. I'm still doing my push-ups and stuff. But now I'm on a diet, so I should be attracting these young females just like that. You know what I'm saying? Plus, you want babies. Like I said, babies, bro. Young females can have babies like nobody's business, okay? They have an easier time pushing them babies out. Young and fertile, man. And full of life. That's what we want, man. We don't want women our age, man. I don't want a female my age, bro. And I definitely don't want females, older than me and shit. You feel what I'm saying? I don't want females older than me, bro. I'm like, no, I'm good with that. I'll stick with boobs, and other females. And the new Indian chick, the new Indian chick, she looked like she's around 28, 29, like late 20s or something like that. She don't look like early 20s. She look like late 20s. But I'll take that. I'll take a late 20, man. You know what I'm saying? That's still young to me, man. 27, 28, 29, 30, that's young to me. But I don't date women over 35. It's just, I'm not, no, I'm good. A 37-year-old female, no. Not when I could get a younger female. I could see if I didn't have any choice. But if I'm still attracting these young females, bruh, I'm going after them. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still attracting them. For some reason, I'm still attracting young females. I was like, God damn, man, I must have been a bad motherfucker in my prime, man. And I was bad, bruh. I was Michael Jackson bad, you feel me? Because I was going through them in my prime, man. But also, like I said, man, it's all about how you take care of yourself. Because I'm about to end this live right now. Because I got to save some of this battery. I'm at 50% right now. But it's all about how you take care of yourself. Because so many guys are coming around trying to talk about, man, how can a 45-year-old man still attract a young 22-year-old woman or something like that. How can a 22-year-old woman like a 45-year-old man? I'm like, you know what, bro? Let me break it down to you in sections, like I said. Break it down to you in sections. Well, it's simple. I look like I work out. I take care of myself somewhat, but now I'm taking care of myself even more. Now I'm on a diet, but I work out, and I look like I work out. You know what I'm saying? The physical is there. You feel what I'm saying? So you asking why, you know, a young female can be attracted to an older man that's 20 years older than her? Well, it's called workout. That's it. Work out. You know, if I was fat, if I was the Hellcat back in 2017, boobs wouldn't have been paying no attention to me, man. I was being dissed hard when I was fat. You know, when I was way overweight, bro, I was getting dissed hard. Couldn't get no date, couldn't get nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm still a handsome guy, too, at my age. You feel me? So it ain't like I'm sub 5. You feel me? You know, but anyway, you guys have a good day, man. Or good night, wherever you are, man. Shit, wherever in the world you are. You know, sometimes it's night in one part of the world, and sometimes it's day in another part of the world. Shit, man. You guys have a good night. I'm going to sleep, man. I'm out. Peace.